I'm a curious man with some curious genes. I get that from my dad, I'm not far from the tree. I flow like I'm a butterfly, sting like a beamer. I hate features, got my running around with my head in the clouds. Been lost and then found, when they woke up and frowned. Tell myself I'm the man, I was right to be left. Now I'm back to myself. To keep on holding you from everything you want. I can see you want to what you want. Who am I to? Who am I? Da, 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 da. Who am I? Da, 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 da. Who am I to?
I've always been one of those, like, I prefer being complete as a player, so I don't like ignoring a role. I've been around esports for a long time. I've done a lot of stuff to try and encourage it. Like my first esports tournament was in 1998. To see Belong doing this kind of thing, to have it in a city and have a company get behind and finally push it out for anybody to come in and play. Like, it's not like the guys here are all like, you know, amazing players the moment they walk in. Some of them play once a week or once a month, or a couple of them have never played before when they come in. Come in for community night, pick up a team, they're hooked. That's it, right? I love it. I'm really, really proud to take part of it, to be honest. This is mostly grassroots, right? But the thing that's coming out of it, which is really cool for me, as much as it's like a bit beyond my level now, but teams like Stratford and a couple of other teams at the real top of Championship Overwatch. I can't speak for the other leagues as much because I haven't watched them, but I know some of them are getting there as well. But specifically Stratford and a couple of other teams are really getting like semi-pro, pro level gameplay, and it's really, really cool to see that coming out of a grassroots tournament. It means they smash us when they play us, but just to watch them go against the other big teams, it's like watching United and City go against each other. You know, it's really cool.
George in the middle of a jam session.
Oh,
People
damn,
say
sorry,
don't
guys.
take this seriously. We beg to differ. Anyway, welcome to week number 2 of the FIFA 19 Arena Clash summer season. I'm Matt Hayhoe.
And I'm George GNC. Welcome to the stream, guys. How is everyone doing this evening? We're excited for a very special night of Arena Clash. Thank you for joining us. We're very excited. I don't know what to say. That was a bit of a funky entrance. If you don't know, I've never really done something like that before. I don't know if Matt has, but I definitely haven't. So, but how are you? How are you, Matt?
Very well. And, you know, unfortunately, we've only actually got one game to bring you tonight because of various different factors. We're going to take a quick look at the tables, and the game tonight does come from Group 1, which is the Portsmouth Pirates versus the Stratford Spartans. These two both did lose their first game, so there's a lot to play for here between these two, with the Claymores and Invincibles picking up wins in their first game. The Saints are playing the Claymores today as well, so it's going to tighten this group up very much. So the losing team today could be in big trouble.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's all still to play for in this group. There's still a lot of opportunities to come. But yeah, if you're one of those bottom teams, you really need to be looking at picking up your first point. Looking at the second group, the Guardians, obviously on a hot start last week. Fantastic start to their Arena Clash tournament.
Yeah, it was their debut, wasn't it? They really did well against the Vikings.
Yeah, they did really, really well. Absolutely dominated. Lionheart also did really well. Managed to pick themselves up a win. But the Steelers are yet to play. Brawlers Vikings with unfortunately losses to their names.
A little bit of work to do after the first week. But, you know, there's still a way this week and another 2. So there's still plenty to play for. A lot of these guys, if they do win 3 on the bounce, very easy to jump to the top of the group.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very close group, obviously. Only had one game so far, so still a lot to play for, definitely. Early doors indeed.
And there's a lot of interesting players playing tonight. So we did see the Spartans last week. They did play against the Claymores. Unfortunately, they came up a little bit short. However, Made in England, Tony MT, and NHMN all ready to play tonight. And a big shout out to probably the oldest member Arena Clash could have ever seen. He won't mind. It's Mr. Neilio, a man that was last year was on the other side of this Arena Clash. he wasn't out in the field playing, was he? He was sort of in the arena with us, watching along every Tuesday night last season.
That was a bit of a low blow, I'm not going to lie, Matt. But on the side of
that.
I didn't. On the side of the Spartans, we have Made in England, Tony MT, NH, NN, Mr. Nilo, Nebo, and Salama. On the benches, we have Sky's the Limit and Last Minute Wonder. So it's going to be a very interesting one. I have heard that he is 40 years of age.
That, I believe, was from the producer. So,
Mr.
Nilo, we are sorry, but I believe the leaked age was apparently 40. But
oof.
I don't know. I can't confirm nor deny that one.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. But
no, it's a very exciting game, isn't it, to come up here?
Yeah.
The Portsmouth Pirates and the Spartans, like we said at the start, they've both lost their opener, so there's a lot to play for today.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely going to be a very close game. I personally feel like the Spartans might just edge it because of Made in England, very, very good player. Tony MT, also we've heard rumours that he's a very good player. Had some good finishes last season.
Yeah, he sent me his, sorry to interrupt. He sent me his last FIFA 18 results last Friday, after the stream last Friday, telling me where he'd finished. And it was something crazy, like 1 March, he finished like 13th or 18th in the world for the month of March. So, he's a very, very, very competent player.
Yeah, definitely. Very good player from what the sounds are, what you've just told me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a very close game. It'll be interesting to see if we have any red pick ultimate team of the seasons on the go.
Yes, sure.
Obviously, they were in packs yesterday.
I've got Van Dijk.
Got Van Dijk. You got Van Dijk multiple times as well. You also got somebody Ronaldo.
Yes, I packed on one person's account, Coalinho in my chat. I packed him 99 Ronaldo red and 2 tradable Van Dijks.
Absolutely insane.
So, yeah, it was very exciting to say the least.
I personally haven't played Weekend League in like 2-3 months, something like that. I just honestly, my team isn't good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm just hoping FIFA 20 comes around. I can have some luck.
But big news as well tonight. We've got an end of era Fernando Torres come out, 95 rated. I think he's quite cheap to complete as well, actually. And also the announcement that Footies is coming in 4 days and X amount of hours. So there's quite a bit to look forward to at the moment. Difficult as we come into the downward cycle over the summer. People go away. People have got other things they're doing. Weekend League, they don't want to consume their weekends when the weather is absolutely fantastic outside. And you don't want to sit inside all weekend and play FIFA, do you?
Indeed, you definitely do not. It's supposed to be 29 degrees here tomorrow. So it's going to be absolutely scorching. As a ginge, I'm probably going to be dying, burning, going to have to get my Factor 500 out. But yeah, it's going to be a hot one, most definitely. It's going to be a hot one, most definitely.
And we are going to get into the first game here. Indeed, so this should be Mr. Nilo versus Made in England.
So apparently... we have Mr. Neil's team. It's Nelio, not Neil. See, these names are confusing me because we've got Mr. Nilo and then we've got Nelio, right?
No, he is Mr. Nelio.
Right, okay.
This is Mr. Nilo.
And then they've got Nebo.
He'll probably have the Southampton badge, I would imagine.
So I'm pretty sure this is Neil's team. He's got red Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up front, team of the season. He's also got Christian Eriksen, team of the season, red pick. Bernardo Silva, red pick, team of the season. He's also got Van Dijk, birthday card. Normal Fabinho. I think that's Birdcamp.
And we've missed a goal already, George.
We've missed a goal already.
Birdcamp with a goal there, 3 minutes in.
You could have just took over. You could have just took over. Been like, you know what, George? There's a goal. There's a goal, George. Shut up, George, mate.
It's having a nightmare.
Instead of calling the teams out. But anyway, he has got Eder Militao at centre-back, along with red Thiago Silva, and at right-back, red Kenny Lala. He's also got team of the season, Alisson, and at left-back, he's got that Alex Tevez red team of the season card.
Solid team. And it's difficult to say, but I'm pretty certain that Neil is playing in the white kit, as he's a Southampton fan. So he's actually 1-0 down. Yeah, with the abbreviations in the top left as well. Made in England is 1 up, just to confirm. So we are early
Here
on.
Neil
gets a chance early on. But
great save.
What a great start. A great start for the Spartans and Made in England, as he has given himself a really good start there. 1-0 up really early on with that Bergkamp card.
Yeah, I think Made in England was a bit mad after last week, after not really getting the chance to shine so much.
Yeah.
So this week, I think he's really setting out to prove himself that he is indeed one of the best players in the Arena Clash.
He's come out with a point to prove, isn't he, this week?
Yeah, definitely. It seems that way. But, Neil looking to try and get a goal back early doors, very early on in the game. He needs to get a goal back, obviously.
Well, I know that Neil also went up on. He went to the Southampton EPL tournament. So remember, the Premier League did that online tournament. We're going to see a quick chance here. Chance for 2, and it's 2-0, and Made in England goes 2 up. And like I was saying, that 96 red Aubameyang, what a player pick that was for him. What I was saying there with Neil, is that he went to the EPL tournament with Southampton, so he got through to the knockout stages. I think the player that actually went and won that was LP Russia, who then went on to play and do quite well in that tournament. So no sort of bad feelings, I suppose, for Neil there to come up against such a good player in that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Neil maybe got the kind of stage nerves, first Arena Clash game. Yeah. He's been watching all the players, another chance saved by Edison. He's obviously been on the other side of the controller numerous times. Been watching the streams and stuff like that. But he goes a chance over the top ball. Keeper comes out.
Alisson out quick. There's one thing with that Alisson card. I'm assuming it's either team of the season or a red player pick team of the season. But he's actually got quite a lot of speed. That Alisson. I think it's something like if you leave him on a basic chemistry cut style, he gets like about 75 speed, which for a goalkeeper is very quick. Yeah.
Really good for a goalkeeper,
quick, especially to rush out of goal like that.
Blimey. Yeah, I don't think we've seen keepers with much higher than that before. I know we've had one that's like 79, something like that.
Lloris is one of the quickest. Ochoa always used to be really
chance. Bergkamp.
Neil back in
there you go. 2-1. Neil's got a goal back with Dennis Bergkamp. Fantastic finish, clinical from just outside the box. Oh, charge your batteries, lads.
Yeah,
charge your batteries.
Out for that. You can't be having you don't want to be having a bad disconnect there with your batteries, do you? Partway through a game.
Definitely not. Welcome to the chat, boys. How is everyone doing?
So for those of you that are new to Arena Clash or new to sort of this setup here, the guys will each play every opposite member one time over 2 legs. So whoever wins over 2 legs will score a point for their team, and the first team to get 5 points will be victorious and get a point in the group tables.
There you go. Neil come forward again with team of the season. Havertz, well defended there by the Virgil van Dijk. I think it's actually made in England with the team that I read out, not Neil. I presume in the
could well be.
But either way, welcome to the chat, guys. Kieran, welcome to the chat, mate. Liam13, how you doing, bro? Welcome to the stream. SAS and Nicky Boy, how are you all doing? Welcome to the stream, guys. Hopefully you enjoy the matches. It's going to be a great one. It's going to be a good one tonight, I feel.
With these through balls, Alisson's so quick to come out and get them.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to get a ball in behind. I don't really feel like that is his game plan with that Bergkamp to get in behind. But hey, we'll see. We'll see what his plan is unfold over the 2 legs. Danny Boy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, with Bergkamp, he's not the sort of player that you would play through on goal, is he really?
He's not that quick. You saw Made in England just go for a La Croqueta there, maybe just overplaying it a tiny bit. Maybe could have just ran straight through. There was a massive gap, but hey,
we know the croquette is obviously a very useful skill move for getting around players for sure.
There you go. He was trying to use it there. You saw him just trying to string a few together, just easily defended for Neil. Nebo also in the chat. Good luck in your games if you aren't already playing them.
I was going to say he's playing, isn't he, for the Pirates?
Probably paused the game to get a word in. But here you go, Bergkamp coming forward. Can he get the ball into the box? He's going to pass it out to the edge. He's got ball Goretzka now. And Goretzka kind of just loses the ball. But he's won it back. There you go.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to work out. I think Neil's probably playing 4-2-3-1, the wide formation. No, the narrow one with the 2 cams or 3 cams, isn't it? Lamb, Ram, and Cam. Having those 2 CDMs is really good for breaking up the play. As soon as your opponent breaks free, if you've got those 2 CDMs on stay back, you've got 2 players in a great position just to intercept the balls going forward.
Made in England's passing the ball out from the back a lot here, and he's kind of losing a bit of the possession. I'm not going to lie. But we'll see. He's coming forward now. He's got quite a lot of men forward. He's got some attacking players forward as well. Ericsson's got the ball. Is he going to whip it in? No, he's just going to play it to the edge of the box, try and get it into Aubameyang. Not going to succeed. But here comes Neil. He has got a counter-attack here. Can he get a goal back to make it 2-2?
Very end-to-end, which is, again, this is the thing with Arena Clash. These guys love playing end-to-end. We got shots. Is a great tackle.
That is a great tackle. That is a great
goal kick as well.
Fantastic.
Goal kick from that. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a really good game so far. It's very attacking football. Both definitely not holding back at all. But Made in England defending so well in some of these situations.
Yeah, I know he's been playing a lot of friendlies. Obviously, we're in the Twitter group with most of the players that are in it.
Yeah,
a lot of these guys do play against each other quite regularly to try and get good practice in against good opposition. You can see it's very even so far, though. 3 shots on target, 2 goals for Made in England, 4 shots on target, only the 1 goal for Neil. But it shows that Neil's having some chances.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they've both actually got quite similar play styles as well. Neil doesn't really use the skill moves as much as Made in England's trying to.
Made in England playing 4-4-2 as well, which is interesting.
There you go.
Interesting choice. It's not the 4-2-3-1 that most people go for. So I think I haven't seen Neil's formation, but from what it looks like on the pitch, he is playing 4-2-3-1. And one thing I always found at the start of FIFA is 4-4-2 is almost like a counter-attacking formation to the 4-2-3-1. I don't know why, but it always just seemed to play quite well against it.
Here you go. Gnabry's got the ball. It's going to play it into Havertz. Kind of going to get stopped by Van Dijk. Had a chance to shoot there, but didn't take it. I don't know whether that was a shot or a pass, but he just P-rolled it away.
Yeah, it was either way, whichever one it was pretty poor.
I think Made in England has got the new Torres card.
Oh, maybe he's already completed it.
He has. He's got it up front. Unless that's team of the season. I don't know if Torres had a team of the season.
No, he didn't have a team of the season. So unless
there you go. Is he going to get a goal? Finesse!
Unless it's his flashbacks. Did Torres get a flashback? Was it this year that he had a flashback?
Yeah, I think
early on, I think, didn't he?
I think he did, yeah.
92.
Either way, I don't think you'd want to be playing that. I think you'd want to do the new one. Either way, that was a really good chance and a great save by Edison.
Yeah, just looking now on the mobile app, it's only an 84 rated squad for a 95 Torres.
It's a no-brainer.
One player from Liverpool or Chelsea, 1 player from Atletico Madrid, 1 team of the week or team of the season. Only an 84 squad. So do you know what? That is probably a very useful card to pick up.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I mean, I'm sure some 84 rated Liverpool players are probably going up in price a bit. Even though I don't actually think we have any 84 rated players. Do we?
No,
I don't think we do.
You've got players like, obviously, Van Dijk's base card was an 85, but that would be expensive. Alisson was an 86. I imagine the players like Robertson, 83, are probably going up in price. But you see Memphis Depay here. He's got a bad weak foot, though. Goes with his left, and it shows.
Tries it. Jamie, SAS, actually confirming in the chat, the first player to have a flashback and end of an era card, as far as I know.
There you go.
Apparently, Fernando Torres isn't usable.
Yeah, Kieran's saying he's not actually that usable. I don't know what his weak foot and skill moves are. Is he maybe a 3-star, 4-star?
I think he's lower weak foot. Lower weak foot. I think he's 3-3.
3-3.
I'm like 90% sure he's 3-3.
See if someone can confirm that.
Here you go, Torres. Green time finish.
He's probably got very good shooting, isn't he? Kieran does say he's 3-star, 4-star. So yeah, no, you were right there. 3-star, 4-star.
I said 3-star, 3-star. You said 3-star, 4-star.
We were close. I said 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills. I think is what I meant.
I thought he had 3-star weak foot. To be fair, but I didn't know if he had 4-star skill moves because I didn't think he would. But Made in England playing out from the back here. Yeah, I think it was Made in England with that team that I read out at the start. Obviously brought on Torres. That is a seeking ball, and what a ball it is! Out to the wing for Kenny Lala, and he's doing a little bit of skills. Scoop up cross.
Kieran's saying it's a 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills for Torres.
Oh, there you go. Well. Blimey. Maybe balance? Maybe his balance isn't very good? I don't know. What's off with the card? Why is it unusable? Because by the sounds of things, he's got fantastic finishing, obviously.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Maybe his stamina's super low.
Haven't seen his actual in-game stats. Maybe I'll try and bring those up. I'll let you carry on with the commentary. I'll bring up those stats and see if we can.
But here you go, Kenny Lala coming forward. Is he going to take a shot? He's not. He's going to cut back inside. Great defending from Laurent Blanc. And Neil's looking to come forward here on the attack. But Fabinho says, "Not today, sir. Not today. We want the ball back, and we're going to try and get a goal." But then again, the other defender says, "Not today, sir."
End to end, isn't it? So some stats for you on that Torres. Yeah, 62 balance, so really poor. It's only 79 stamina as well. I mean, the thing. Yeah. Oh, here we go. We're going to get a chance here before we.
The player's coming forward. Timo Werner passed it through to Havertz.
He's offside.
I think he's off. No, he was on. blimey. But
Somehow.
Goretzka coming forward, can he take advantage of this opportunity that he's got? Maybe he got Neil stunned. Havertz, I don't know how to pronounce that man's name, but we'll keep going. Memphis Depay's got the ball.
It's Aouar. It's really there's a lot of vowels in there.
Yeah, a bit of a difficult one there. But here you go, Havertz. He's got so many opportunities on the edge box. Havertz here.
Oh, it's saved again. And yeah, so seeing that Torres, 88 acceleration, 97 sprint speed. His shooting's crazy. 98 existing, 93 finishing, 99 shot power, 99 volleys. There we go. Chance for Neil. He's got a real good chance. He's probably picked the wrong pass. No, I just couldn't turn in time.
Very, very close.
Composure.
Neil, he's got a great through ball on. Why did he not take that through ball? I do not understand. Oh, Neil. Wait, that's
big
made
tackle.
in England? Not that's
No,
made in England.
that was
Not
Neil with the tackle there. Neil with the big tackle. Not quite.
Yeah. Made in England. Why did he not make that pass? That is the question. Yeah. He had a man through on goal. He's gone
over
overhead.
Well, what a goal! Wow, good finish.
What a goal!
Very good finish, really well taken. 96 Ericsson, what a card that is! What a card!
Wow!
And that was all to do with the flick up there. He set himself up perfectly here, and then even to Green time that as well was pretty good. Not an easy thing to do there, timing a volley, in an awkward position, but credit to Made in England. What a finish that was!
Yeah, what a fantastic finish! Oh my God, definitely going to be in contention for goal of the week. But here you go, Neil coming forward. Can he get a goal back?
It's blocked again.
Made in England is getting his bodies behind the ball, definitely.
Yeah.
And really putting good use to his defenders, to be honest. Defending like a god. Just Neil cannot get a shot on target at all. Here you go, Made in England.
Half chances, isn't he, Neil?
Yeah, he's had a few chances, a few ones where it's a bit like, could have done a bit better there maybe. Did have a better opportunity. But there's some way you've just got to be like, well, Made in England just playing great. Here comes Aubameyang, knocks it up, Green time finish. Great save by Edison.
Made in England, I think Nick's been practicing. I think he's been practicing a lot after last week. He wants to come and get back in this.
I feel like he definitely has a grip on this game. He knows he has a grip on this game. I feel like he's definitely punishing Neil.
I know what you mean. He's like, Neil's had a few half chances where he hasn't really taken much out of them. Whereas every time that Made in England gets a chance, he's really creating it. And he's almost perfected that time finishing. So he is getting green timing on most of his shots.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him mess one up yet. So it's quite an interesting one to watch. Maybe see if he does ever mess one up. But yeah, we're going to see. The thing is, I don't actually know what Neil's team is like. I don't know how good it actually is. But coming forward, he's not really got many options on, and it's not really working for him.
It's almost like he's got a really solid defence. Like, he's obviously got that team of the season on Babu. He's got Laurent Blanc in there. He's got a Mendy at left back, and that is going to be the end of the first leg. So we're going to see a 3-1 lead going into the second game for Made in England. So it's a good start.
There you go.
Exciting game. Like you said, Neil needs to probably take more of his chances. He needs to be the creator. Mr. Neilio, can he make the chances? Can he be Mr. Maker, Mr. Neely Maker? Who knows?
See them malign.
Who knows?
Terrible.
We were fed that by the producer, and I had to.
I was fed that. That was for me. You come up. You're smart enough to make your own lines.
I'll make my own puns then. I'll make my own puns.
Yeah, that's fine. You come up with your own puns. And I'll sit here and I'll talk about the actual games. So, Mr. Neil just wasn't really good enough in that game. He needs to create more chances. Maybe we could see him create as many chances as old he is. Maybe that would be good. I don't know how that one's going to work, but there you go. We need to see him make more chances either way.
It's really cute when George tries. It's really cute when you try.
I'm a hardest, all right.
I know what you meant. You were like, maybe Neil can create as many chances that represent his age. He is old. So, but I don't know. Well, we'll see. Second leg, it's all to play for. There's only 2 goals in it. If Neil scores twice, then we are going to see extra time in that one. I don't know if George has any scores from around the ground today or not, actually. I don't know if that information's been fed to you today, is it?
No.
Well, there you go. So we don't have any scores from around the ground, so we can't go and ask Jeff here what's going on.
I'll get them up.
There's some big games going on. We know that Tony is a really, really top player. We know that he's a top player. NHMN, we don't know on weekend league finishes.
Yeah,
or
we
anything
don't
like
know
that.
too much about NHMN.
Do know is that she's actually the first female player playing an arena clash within FIFA.
True.
So that's a feat of itself. And actually, I'm pretty sure last week she didn't do too badly, considering they were playing against the Clyde Claymores, who were absolutely unbelievable.
Definitely, they're phenomenal team.
Yeah.
And maybe who knows? I'm getting on words mixed up now. Maybe the Spartans can contend with them, because they're definitely a great team, and so are the Spartans. So who knows? Maybe we can see them contend with them in this table. But for the scores around the grounds, Tony MT currently winning 5-0 against Nebo.
Okay.
And NHMN is currently losing 1-0 to Slammer.
So a tight game then in the third fixture.
Very
so that's
tight
not
game
too bad. But we're going to rejoin the action with Made in England against Mr. Nelio. Made in England kicking off it's not kicking off, but he is kicking from right to left now in the dark coloured kit. In the light kit, we've got Mr. Nelio from left to right, who is looking to try and turn this around. As you can see at the very, very bottom of the screen, you'll be able to see the first match final score. So you've got match 1 final score, 3-1. That was to Made in England. We'll find the final score of the second match, obviously coming up. And then we've got the aggregate score. Whoever will be in front after 2 games will be the person to take a point for their team. And Neil going close early on with Dennis Bergkamp.
Very close opportunity there for Dennis Bergkamp. You'd expect him to put those ones at least on target.
Yeah.
But a little bit unlucky there. Maybe just needs to warm up his feet. Maybe can get another chance or 2. Ooh, unlucky there. Maybe just needs to hold on to a ball a little bit longer.
I think he saw the pass. The pass was on, but the defender just blocked him, I think, which prevented that second pass going across.
Virgil van Dijk is an absolute wall at the back.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, he really is. He really is. Freddie, welcome to the chat, mate. Oh, Nicky Boy is Made in England.
He's having a listen. Stop Lacroix Kettering.
Yeah, stop it. It's disgusting. Nah, but it is a very strong tactic. Ooh.
And we've lost connection to the share play, unfortunately.
And
I'm not sure if that was going to be a free kick, actually. I think Mbabu may have been fouled there.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a free kick.
But yeah, we're still early on in this second fixture. Neil, obviously being 3-1 down, needs 2 goals to produce.
I mean, he came out. We saw him go quite aggressive in the first couple of minutes. And he did have a very good chance with Bergkamp, but just didn't get it on target. Maybe we can see him do more of this in the second game, and hopefully get a few goals back.
I think you can see what Neil's plan is. I think he's trying to play 1-2s on the edge of the box, but obviously with Made in England having that Virgil van Dijk card in at centre back, it's proving to be quite difficult to pass it around him and get that player in behind.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't really know where Neil could improve on. Definitely needs to try and hold on to the ball a bit longer in certain situations. He is rushing it a bit, and I know a lot of the higher end players like to hold on to the ball, play the possession game, stuff like that. So maybe, I mean, everybody's got their own play style at the end of the day, and he's a very good player, so I'm sure he knows his own play style, and I'm sure he'll know how to adapt. But if I was personally him, I would look to hold on to the ball a bit more. I know it's easier said than done, obviously. But yeah, hold on to the ball a bit more and look to maybe time finish a bit.
Yeah, it's always easier for us to sit here and go, this is what he's doing right, this is what he's doing wrong, this would work, this wouldn't work. When you're in a game of FIFA, it's totally different. But like I said, it's trying to get away from that Van Dijk, because he's such a good player to have in the defence. You know, even if you just don't control him, because he's got such high defensive stats, he's incredible anyway. Like the AI control on him is just unbelievable. It intercepts, it makes the tackles. Even playing a 1-2, he sort of stops the other player getting around him. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to see how Neil can do it. But I think maybe Neil needs to try and get in to use those first-time shots that we see a lot of, where people will work a bit of space, play it into the player, and before taking a touch, just hit it first time. Doesn't need to time finish it necessarily, but just get those first-time shots, as they're quite effective. Yeah,
definitely. We're seeing Made in England do a lot of that. Actually, we're seeing him hit those green time finishes consistently. It's really nice to see. I don't think we've seen him hit a yellow or red one yet, which is quite interesting. And we haven't really seen Neil do it at all. maybe he doesn't like the time finishing system. Maybe he doesn't think it actually helps at all. Because we've seen Made in England probably hit 6 or 7, and he scored 3 of them. So it's 50-50 chance, maybe something like that.
Yeah, I mean, Made in England's doing it. He's doing it a lot more regularly than Neil is, isn't he? Let's put it that way. Yeah. So it's something that I don't think it's a massive game changer for him, but if he can start to try and implement it it obviously will benefit him. However, he's still got to try and create that chance and get away again from Van Dijk. He's just that man that just does not get beaten by anybody. I'm sure you love that stat of how he wasn't beaten by a dribble this year or whatever. So
I love that, Matt. Matt, I love that stat.
I know you love that stat.
Thank you for bringing it. And do you want to know something interesting, Matt?
Well,
Liverpool have signed.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you can't say no. So Liverpool have signed a player, Sepp van den Beek.
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Sepp, someone.
I saw that on Twitter earlier.
Yeah, for £1 million. £1 million, and Jurgen Klopp has said that he looks really good. I think he's 17 years of age.
Yeah, he's quite young.
So
isn't he?
Van Dijk, he's not particularly old. I think he's 27, isn't he? 26.
Like that,
So maybe give it 3 years' time, we could see Sepp playing alongside.
We could do
alongside Van Dijk.
An interesting point you make there, though, was you said Van Dijk's not very old. He's about 27. So why do you call me old?
Because you are old.
I'm only 27. Same age as Van Dijk, but Van Dijk's not very old.
Yeah, but he's a footballer. Old in football years.
Okay.
Don't look at me like that, Matt.
The guys are just switching PlayStation so we can get that feed back for those games. I don't know if you've got any other scores from around the grounds. Obviously, the other games are probably still ongoing at the moment. I don't know if we'll have had any goals. Just something to bridge the gap until we get those guys back up online.
Tony MT is 6-0 now. Was he 6-0 before, or did I say 5-0?
So he's up to 6 now.
Yeah, so he's up to 6 now. And the Slammer MN score is the same. We really need to get a first name or something, or an easier acronym.
Just NH. I don't know.
NH is fine. Okay.
We'll find
I feel
out.
the need to pronounce it. I feel the need to say it all. But,
it's an awkward NHMN 786. But either way, it's good to see the Spartans and the Pirates obviously both lost their first game. The Spartans losing out to the Claymores in that game on stream last week. We didn't get to see the Pirates play the Invincibles, but the Invincibles got the win in that one. So it'd be interesting to see how the Pirates bounce back. Obviously, Neil didn't play in the first week, so he's coming straight in and he's the featured game this week, straight away.
Yeah, definitely. He's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders. I feel like if there was a captain of that team, it would probably be Neil. But here you go, we're back into the game.
We're back in. Luckily,
it's 0-0. It's 0-0.
We haven't missed a goal. Well,
but here you go, we might have one here. Bergkamp!
Took the first time shot, did the right thing. Maybe needs
time finish, yeah. Needs the timed finish, I think, on that one. Give it a bit more accuracy.
He had a lot of time.
Maybe put a bit too much power in it as well. I just went over the bar.
Nick has said it's Mariam. So Mariam is NHMN. That maybe that's what the MN is for. Mariam.
There you go. Maybe I'll just go for NH. Maybe that'll be easier.
Either way, 0-0 here. So Neil's still got chances. He does have to get 2 goals here if he wants. And are we going to see the share play's gone down again? Unfortunately, having a slight issue with the Arena's PlayStation there. Unfortunately, so we're back to me and you, George. We're back to me and you.
That's PlayStations.
We can. I've recently just started playing on PlayStation. Actually,
I know you have.
But
you've been enjoying it. Do you enjoy it?
Good. I personally, I think that the share play feature is really, really good. It's great for being able to open people's packs as well, for example, for extra content. Apparently, Zaha might be linked to a move to Arsenal as well. Is what SAS is saying here.
I did see this. And Inter are looking to bid 62 million on Romelu
for a 2-year loan. That is, and then they might buy him after that.
With an obligation to buy.
So they're going to pay 62.8 million for 2 seasons of a loan, and I think they would pay more on top of that. Which for me, if I was Man United, I'd be like, okay, Lukaku, see you later. I'd push him out. I would fly him there myself for that money. That is crazy.
But then again, I heard that I think it was AC Milan. AC Milan were looking to bid on Torreira and Lukaku. Okay. They would give Arsenal, I think, 8 million to loan him for 2 seasons, and they would give United 6 million to loan Lukaku for 2 seasons.
Crazy. Another thing about AC Milan, actually, I think they got banned from the Europa League because they broke financial fair play rule, as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that circling around earlier online as well.
But who have they been signing? They haven't been signing anyone.
I don't know. Oh, 62.8 will be the fee after the 2-year loan. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I was about to say. That's a bit much for old Romelu Lukaku. He's a bit.
I mean, I'd be tempted to take them up on that. 62.8 million is a lot for Lukaku.
He is a great striker. He just hasn't had the greatest of seasons.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, United haven't in general. Blaster UK, how are you doing, man? Welcome to the stream, buddy. But yeah, literally, I would, if I was any foreign, like if I was Lukaku and a foreign team came along and like tried to like bid on me, buy me, whatever, loan me, I'd just go. Take a trip away from England, have a few years away, try and recapture your form and stuff like that, and then see where it goes, because it's obviously not working for him at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a good player, when he's like, especially when he was at Everton, that's why he got picked up on it, was from like his time at Chelsea, started out, then he went on loan to Everton for a while, played really well at Everton for a few years. I think Everton end up signing him from Chelsea, I think, at first, and then he played really well. And there's always this thing around Lukaku of, he only scores against the smaller clubs, which to an extent is true. He doesn't often score against the top 6.
Yeah, I mean,
it's an unfortunate stat to have.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about him. He put on a lot of weight, didn't he? Like, I'm obviously not one to talk, but he put on a lot of weight. And as a professional footballer, that looks bad on the fans.
Yeah.
Then the fans started taking the mick a bit, and it was a bit like, ooh, yeah, he's not having a great time. Then he had a goal drought, and it was just like,
similar to what Higuain was like. Higuain was a bit like that as well, wasn't he? Higuain was great, and then one year he turned up after a summer and he'd put on a bit of weight, and he it wasn't good, and he did get a bit of a hard time for it. But it's interesting. It's interesting to see, what transfers occur over the summer as well, and that will obviously impact on FIFA. We'll see different ones to watch for next year. So we might see an Eden Hazard one to watch, which could be quite interesting.
I think that'll be the top one.
Yeah, I'm not sure who will be, the biggest ones. Eden Militao obviously went to Real Madrid. There could be quite a few for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
They got Ferland Mendy, didn't they, as well?
Yeah.
There's already 3 players just there. I think they signed somebody else who was very good.
Yeah, they signed some great players. They signed, what's the centre mid's name? Oh, I cannot remember his name for the life of me. Either way, they've made some fantastic signings. Yeah. And then Barcelona have signed one player who wasn't that great. As far as I'm aware. But Coutinho's been linked to move clubs. There's loads of players that are being linked to move. Obviously, Liverpool a bit. Neymar's been linked to move back to Barca as well, and heavily linked as well.
Yeah.
Liverpool have been rumoured with quite a few players. Fekir's been rumoured again. Bruno Fernandes has been heavily linked with Liverpool. Stuff like that. It's going to be an interesting transfer window. If I was to have one player come to Liverpool this season, I think it would be Bruno Fernandes. We really need a cam. We really need a centre attacking mid, a playmaker. The thing
with Liverpool is like they've got started to get a really solid defence now. Alisson is great. Trent is great. Robertson's great. Van Dijk's great. I still feel personally they need that one more killer centre back to go alongside Van Dijk. I know Matip was supposedly stepped up this year and played really well.
Yeah,
I don't watch Liverpool an awful lot, so I don't follow them. But their midfield's good as well. But then you've got the likes of Milner's probably on the sort of the downward turn now of his career. Although he's a consistent player, he's the player that will always play well. I don't feel like he ever plays fantastic. He doesn't dictate a win for the team. You got Henderson's all right. He's defensive as well. But again, if you could replace people like Oxlade-Chamberlain with a more world-class player, then why wouldn't you?
I mean, I think Oxlade-Chamberlain's great for the team, in my personal, humble opinion. I think he's a great player, a great ethic to him. Along with like the Adam Lallana, all these players, all these English players. I think it's very important to keep English players in your side and in your starting 11 as well, or in your starting squad anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like I genuinely feel like we have a fantastic defence. We've got like Joe Gomez, we've got Matip and Van Dijk. We've got some good subs for it. Stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I think a little bit more depth in attack as well for Liverpool, because whilst they do have obviously Firmino, Salah and Mane, I think, if they're not firing on all cylinders, if one of them gets injured, they haven't got, I know Origi came up clutch in a few big games, but realistically, you don't want Origi starting over, like if Salah's injured, for example.
True.
You want someone like you'd want a better backup, but it's difficult because who do you get as a backup player? No one wants to go to a big club and be a backup player, do they?
Yeah. That is true. There are a lot of players. Oh, by the way, Real Madrid player that they signed, Luka Jovic, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Luka Jovic. Yeah. Striker from
sign.
Frankfurt, was he? So we are going to give it another go.
We've missed a goal.
Neil is actually 1-0 up here.
Yeah.
So now it is 3-2 on aggregate now. So if Neil scores another goal in the last 18 minutes, we are going to see a golden goal for the first fixture tonight. He's got a great chance here.
He has.
Memphis
Depay. Oh no!
Only issue with Depay, 3-star weak foot, and he's heavily right-footed, I believe.
That is true. That is
risky.
True. Quite unlucky as well. Went for the fake, like the turn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just going to be offside. A little bit mistimed.
Yeah.
Quagliarella has been brought on. That looks like a good card.
So I think Neil's gone 3. I think it's 3-5-2, but it looks really strange.
Yeah, that looks weird. That looks like a.
Who's
that looks
this?
like a 3-3-4.
He's got Skov. I'm guessing that right winger he's brought on is Skov, who I believe is rest of the world team of the season. I don't have any idea how good he is. See if I can find out, shall we?
We'll see. Obviously, if he's going to bring him on, he's got to be fairly decent. That Mina from the Mexican league. Oh my lord, what a card!
Yeah, Robert Skov, Danish guy, 95 pace, 94 shooting, 92 dribbling, 90 pass. He's actually got 90 physical as well. He's 6 foot tall. He got 87 strength, 91 aggression. So
weak star,
pacey, strong player. He is 3-star, 3-star. So probably not the ideal pick for that sort of situation.
He's got fantastic stats, hasn't he? At the end of the day. And here we go. Timo Werner's got a chance. He's definitely goalkeeper movement.
Well, Neil telegraphed that. He told him where he was going to put it.
Here you go. He's hit the post.
Oh, it's breaking
another chance. He tries to pass it.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Neil had the chance. Got flustered.
He's bottled it.
Still.
So unlucky. But he's still got time. He's still got time to come forward. Definitely got the momentum. That was really unlucky. I feel like he probably spammed the B button a bit.
Yeah, that's the only problem. That's the only negative I've got really with time finishing. I mean, apart from time finishing being stupidly overpowered at the beginning of FIFA, which did get a patch. But this, the only problem is if you go to shoot with time finishing, you can't spam the shoot button, which is good and bad.
Yeah,
we're going to get a chance.
Muscle reflex. Score!
Safe. But that's what I mean. If the ball's bouncing around the box, you do panic. You press B because you want to just take that shot.
It's muscle memory, isn't it? It's like that all FIFA.
Yeah.
And you're just like smashing it, and it's like that with headers and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. Neil winning the ball back again.
Oh, that's a fantastic chance. Havertz, 5-star.
Oh, he's missed it.
No, I have got to be honest. From what we're seeing from this game, I feel like Neil should be winning by more than 2-0. I feel like he should be winning 3-0, basically, I'm trying to say. He's
in it. He's very much in it. And he is playing.
Here comes Memphis Depay again. Is he going to try and cut inside? He's going to try and go for is that the McGeady spin, I think it is?
I think so, maybe the Berber spin. I mean, he's got 5-star skiller, I think, Memphis Depay, so...
Great tackle by Blanc.
Yeah.
But he's got the through ball on. He's going to play over the top. He's going to go for it. He's not. He's bottled it. Quagliarella. Great save.
There's a foul in there as well, though. So we are going to get a free kick on the edge of the box, I think, here.
I thought he was going to... The ball came over his head. He looked over. I thought he was just going to go for the volley, but...
Big free kick chance here. I can see a layoff and a goal. This is how I predict it.
Yeah, you can see it.
Got to be a layoff. Here it is.
Van Dijk!
There it is. Virgil van Dijk. And that kills off the game. Unfortunately for Mr. Neilio, that will be game over. And you don't like to see it. You don't like to see it.
Yeah, you really don't like to see it. It's a bit sad, but Neil is mad. He's angry. Depay's going to get a chance on goal. And again, just kind of panics under the pressure, maybe, something. But you're getting these chances, and... Oh,
he's cut him open there.
And here comes Torres. He's going to sweat it.
He's disrespected him. Was he onside for all that?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
he is. And that will kill him off.
I've got to be honest.
We'll kill it off. It's difficult because Neil, from what we saw there, Neil was playing quite well towards the end.
True.
But I think he had his chances, he didn't take them, and then he got punished.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it went.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. I feel like it was a really good game from Neil, but at the same time, I felt like he's his own worst nightmare.
Yeah.
In the fact that he gets these opportunities, and all right, we can put it down to the players being 95 rated, however rated, and not being able to finish the ball in those positions. But the fact is, maybe if he just finished a bit more and got the green time finish, he probably could have won that game, in my opinion. To be honest,
it was difficult because at the end there he did have a few chances. He was only a goal behind. He got back into the game, and then he got close. He got close. He really did.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, missing those chances late on didn't really help. And then Made in England turned up in the last 5 minutes just to put the game to bed, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He kind of, I don't know. I feel like Neil probably went all out attack. And just went for it and just left holes in his defence. He had to. Yeah, you're right. He definitely had to, and he just left holes in his defence. Silly. Well, it wasn't a silly foul. It was an unlucky foul, and another goal, and then another goal. So it's quite unlucky.
Yeah. And what about scores around the ground then? Have we got those? I guess we're just waiting for them to be confirmed.
I presume.
So you might
we have the final
scores.
Ooh.
Mr. Made in England, Nicky Boy, saying he apologises for the dabs. And rightly so.
I mean, I don't mind, but NH versus Slammer. So it's actually 2-2.
2-2. So we have a golden goal. We're going to have a golden goal.
As far as I'm aware. So we could be having a golden goal. Whether they're going to set it up for on stream, I do not know, because it could be an important one. Obviously, Made in England and Mr. Nilo 5-2, and Tony MT beating Nebo 12-1.
Wow. Again, Tony showing he's a really good player. Like I said, we know that he's a solid player. I don't think last week he did play, didn't he? Because I still had Sky's the Limit down as the player last week, but I think Tony played last week as well. And again, we know, like I said, from his FIFA 18 records that he showed to me on Twitter, that he's very much within the top 100 monthly. So we know he's a good player. And Nebo, the thing is, we don't know much about Nebo at the moment, but Nebo could be a good player still. But when you're playing against someone in the top 100, it's always going to be tough.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's a fantastic player. He's shown that. He's shown that definitely by this scoreline. He showed it last week as well, I'm pretty sure. He did play quite well. So, I mean, he's going to be the main guy from what it seems for the Spartans.
Yeah.
I mean, Made in England's still a very good player.
Yeah.
And so is NH, obviously, drawing 2-2 so far.
Well, they've obviously got a really good setup this year, this season for the Spartans. I don't think, we did see them last season, but I don't think they ended up going, obviously they didn't get to the final or anything, but I don't remember them. They're not the team that stuck out in my mind. I know we've got to know Made in England very, very well, sort of off stream and through other avenues. Yeah. But and he's doing very well out of the Belong Arena scene in other tournaments that he goes to. So he's obviously doing very well for himself. And it shows because he's improving quite a lot. From last year, he was a strong player. This year, he looks like, again, you'd say if Tony wasn't in his team, he'd be like the strongest player in that team.
Definitely, 100%. Made in England's a great player. Like you said, we got to know him around Arena Clash and outside of Arena Clash. I met him at Insomnia, really nice guy.
Yeah.
We played some Mortal Kombat. I'm pretty sure he's in the Mortal Kombat tournament as well, actually.
A busy man.
I think. Yeah, very busy man. But he's a really nice guy. Great player as well. Very committed to getting better, which a lot of the FIFA players are. That's the thing about Arena Clash. They are although they are opponents for each other, they are very tight-knitted and they're very interested in helping each other improve. And I'm really excited for that going into FIFA 20, seeing how we can evolve Arena Clash into something more than just it always will be grassroots tournament, but evolve it into more than just the tournament.
Yeah, and that's what that's the joy of this. Is we last season it started out and it was still very much in its prime, wasn't it? FIFA obviously went into the downward cycle of FIFA as the year is over. The season has just ended. The real life football scene has kind of ended. Obviously, we've got the Women's World Cup at the moment, but there's nothing within Ultimate Team for that as such at the moment. But maybe there will be something like that. Maybe women's football will be included in Ultimate Team at one stage.
I hope so. I hope there will be something like a women's Ultimate Team.
It would be
all right. maybe not a lot of people will play it. Maybe like a tenth of the people that play men's football will play it, like whatever. But they need to have the option there, in my opinion, to have women's football in Ultimate Team, women's Ultimate Team, women's Ultimate Team. Like, call it what you want to call it.
I know with Volta coming out, I know they're integrating sort of men and women playing together. I mean, I don't see why they couldn't with an Ultimate Team. You know, it's not. I know a lot of it's based around the real world of football, but in a virtual game, it's very easy for them just to integrate the players and go, right, the best women in the world can have. I mean, look, like for example, the women's national team for England is in the semi-finals now, the World Cup. So those ladies should have like some strong cards that would be relevant to how they perform in real life.
Yeah, like what was it? Who was it that Gary Neville was saying? I can't remember her name. Something Bronze. She's the right back for England, for the women's team.
Okay.
Saying she's the best women's footballer in the world and all this.
Yeah.
If they are the best women's footballer and they're going to integrate Ultimate Women's and Ultimate Men's together, I feel like they should have the same cards as Neymar, like Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe should.
Yeah, that's obviously the only thing is then you'll get the backlash of other people be like, oh, they shouldn't have this card. And, it's like I said, if they're going to just integrate the whole thing, I don't see why they shouldn't. Because when I played the women's offline mode, I think, last year. And a lot of the women in there do have like highly rated cards because obviously they're very good within their respected sport. It's the same as saying, why would you like the best men and women in other sports, whether it's football or whatever, basketball or whatever, you got all sorts of sports. And those men and women are the best within their respective field, aren't they? So they should it should be relevant.
I agree. So Lucy Bronze, that's her name. That's her name. So the game should be represented as the sport. There you go. Chalky says, how's it going? How's it going, Chalky? Welcome to the stream, buddy. I'm pretty sure we love you too, Nicky. We love you too, mate. Of course we do. Yes. But yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure at Glastonbury this year, the Glastonbury Music Festival, they were playing the England match, the one that was on Thursday, one of them. They were playing that on the West Holt stage, so it's one of the biggest stages, and there was quite a big crowd, which is nice to see, which is really nice to see.
It's definitely becoming more mainstream, isn't it? It's definitely becoming more mainstream.
Definitely. Who knows? Maybe one day it will happen. Maybe we'll have a women's and men's Ultimate Team. I really do hope we do because, it would just bring a whole new aspect to the game. Yeah. Which Ultimate Team needs right now. Like, to be honest,
bit of a refresh, is it? Yeah. Something that they need. Yeah, definitely.
Bit of a refresher, something. I don't know. Like, who knows? Maybe in like 10 years we won't have Ultimate Team. Who knows? Maybe we'll have something different. Nice. But they definitely need to do something to include both men and women's football. Basically,
I don't know if we're going to get this golden goal from between NHMN and Slam. I'm not sure. I don't know if we're going to get that or not. But so at the moment, as far as we know, obviously Made in England won his game. Tony won his game. So at the moment we're sitting at 2-0 to the Spartans over the Pirates. The golden goal is being chased up. I don't know if they'll have already gone straight into that. I don't know if they were ahead or behind in that game.
Yeah.
So have to wait and see what happens with that. But we do have other games obviously to come as well, apart from the golden goal, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, first team to 5 is the team that wins. The Spartans looking good so far. Spartans are 2-0 up. We're just waiting to get in touch with the guys there to get the next set of fixtures set up as well.
Definitely. So we have got Tony MT versus Slammer. We've got Tony MT versus Slammer in the next game coming up, which is going to be a really good game. Excited for that one.
Yeah, Tony's looking very strong. You can see there 15-1 in his first fixture. This is the thing, right? A lot of these guys don't hold anything back here. Tony, I mean, he was 5-0 up after the first leg. So was it 5-0? I think it was 6-0 actually, wasn't it? But it's crazy. He's not holding back at all here. He's absolutely gone out there and just gone for it, and he's not holding back. A lot of these guys obviously know that the Claymores have some good players, so if the Claymores see that the Spartans, see that Tony scored 15 goals, they know he's going to be a good player, which is interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Sorry, I had to take my headset off for a second. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I'm really excited for the next game. Who knows? We're going to have a golden goal. Don't know. It will be exciting if we do. But yeah, it's looking a little bit one-sided, like we guessed.
Yeah, I mean, if it goes to golden goal, it's going to be very important for Slammer to try and get that win, because otherwise it's going to be 3-0 to the Spartans, which then means it's going to be close. It's going to be difficult. If it's 3-0 to the Spartans, you're close to the 5-0 mark, aren't you? Which
definitely
is the typical winner.
So yeah, Tony MT versus Slammer. I don't know how good Slammer actually is. Haven't seen him play yet.
I don't think we know much about the Pirates, do we?
But obviously we know how good Tony MT is. So we can only assume that it will be a very hard game for Slammer. So we will have to look to Nebo and Mr. Nilo, hopefully, to pick up some points. I feel like we can probably expect Mr. Nilo to maybe pick up a point against NH, but who knows? We do not know at all. Apparently, Slammer is also an ex-employer. Used to be one of the deputy managers at a game store in Portsmouth.
So a few of the people making the transfer from this side to the playing side, which is quite good to see.
Can't get enough of it.
No,
they just want to get involved.
What would be good is if after the broadcast, whether the Pirates watch this back, whatever, it'd be great to hear some of their weekend league finishes. I don't know if that's been submitted or not. I haven't seen them, but apparently Golden Goal has actually already been finished.
Oh, what a shame! What a shame! That'd have been brilliant. I'd have loved to have seen that. But
we don't know who's won though. So
no, we do not.
That'll be
surprise mechanics. Surprise mechanics.
You've got. This is obviously, stupidly, as Michael Owen may say, it's going to go one of two ways here. So the Pirates are either going to be right back in this at 2-1, or the Spartans are going to be 3-0 up, and it's going to be on that point of being 5-0, which,
I feel like NH has got it. I'm going to go right out of the gates. NH has got it.
I think, who was winning, though, in the actual fixture originally? Was it Slammer was 1-0 up at one point?
Slammer was 1-0 up, and then I think NH went 2-1, but we're going to have a look now.
Here we go. The results are in, Jeff.
The surprise mechanics.
And it's NHMN. Mariam has taken the win, and that is 3-0 to the Spartans.
So we only need to see 1 point, 2 points coming out from the Spartans for it to be an impossible lead to come back from.
Versus Slammer.
So we really do need to see. We do need to see the Pirates come back and get a 3-0. They need to reverse sweep it. They need to reverse sweep it.
Yeah. A reverse sweep is kind of not necessarily the only thing, but they need to win at least 2. They have to win 2, because if the Spartans win 2 more, that's it. It's game over, and it will be a very short session today if that is the case.
Well, I mean, they either need to win 2 in this one or win 3 in the next one. So, you know, it's either way. It's going to be really, really difficult for them. Losing the 3 games in the first set.
I mean, they've got to win 5 out of the remaining 6 games if they want to win the tie.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for them.
But you never do know. You never do know.
Exactly. Weird comebacks have happened.
They have. We've seen comebacks happen. We've seen teams from 3-0 down come back to win it. You see it in all sorts of FIFA, whether it's weekend league. You see games where you might be 3 or 4-0 down by half time, and I've had those games where you feel like every shot your opponent has goes in, but then you just in the back of your mind, somewhere you just know that I'm still going to pull this off. I don't know why and I don't know how, but you still manage to do it sometimes.
It's weird. Like I get that in weekend league sometime or in Div Rivals. I'm just like I'm losing I don't know 4-2 or something like that. But then just in the back of my mind, I think just rage quit. Just leave the game, George. But then my instincts kick in. I'm just like, nah, I can have this.
Never over till it's over.
I can have him. And then I go back and win it 5-2 or whatever the score is, 5-4. And then smash out.
So you're 4-2 down and 1-5-2. That's impressive.
How do you get goals
taken away?
VAR.
Did you? Okay. VAR goals. Okay.
VAR.
Yeah, that was another thing. I've had people in the past that will say to me, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool if VAR was in FIFA?" But it wouldn't make any sense.
It's a video game. I mean, they have got it.
I mean, they've got like the goal line technology, haven't they? Yeah, but it would be pointless for it'd be pointless for VAR, because if there was a foul and then you played on and then it brought the play back 10 minutes for a foul and booked someone, you'd be like, well,
EA like these, they like to give us surprises, don't they? They like to give us surprises. So who knows, maybe a foul will get committed, a penalty, and then you'll be like, oh, it's a pen! But then they'll be like, VAR. He'll do that, and he'll point to the camera. He'll look at the screen.
Yeah.
And then he'll blow a penalty, and you'll be like, "Oh, surprise mechanic!"
It's just one of those things. I understand that VAR is good for football, but they need to speed it up. A lot of the time they'll wait for the ball to go out of play and then they'll review it. Whereas surely they should just be reviewing it as soon as it happens and just stop the play. If it comes to it, if they're still playing on, they should just into the referee's ear, easy peasy. I can see that's offside. Right, tell the referee it's offside. Right, there you go, offside. I don't see. Obviously, we're not involved in doing VAR, so I don't know how complex it is, but to me it's as simple as there's a replay, look at the replay, that guy's offside, tell the referee's offside, done. It shouldn't take very long. So we're running a little bit behind on some of these games at the moment, guys, just trying to get involved. There's a little bit of a problem with the share play we're having, but we'll see how that goes, but there's still a lot to play for. The Spartans obviously being 3-0 up against the Pirates.
Spartans are smashing it at the moment.
This is the thing, they both lost their opener, so this is a massive, massive game.
Yeah, they need these points. They really need these points. Obviously, only one team gets knocked out of the group.
Yeah, so go through. So still to play for the Pirates. Even if they lose today, they can go on and win their next 2 games. And although the Pirates have got to play the Claymores, which is a tough one because we know the Claymores on paper, and after seeing them last week, are probably one of the favourites to go through.
Indeed they are. I think it is probably going to be Guardians versus Kai Claymores in the final. Opposite groups, everything like that. It's all adding up. But who knows? Maybe the Saints or the Steelers or someone like that. Who knows? Maybe they'll pull a crazy upset.
Well, that's it. We've got the Saints obviously with the runners up last year, lost in the final on golden goal. So we know they're a good roster. We know they're a great team. Halsey and Jerome. They've changed their third player this season. Moody, I don't think was around this season, unfortunately.
No, so. I think he was going on holiday or something.
Yeah,
for the summer.
A fair bit. So
yeah, which is fair enough. But hopefully he'll be back in the spring because really, really nice lad. Good sportsman.
We should have the like a winter season. I would suppose it would be called because obviously FIFA 20 will come out. Will be in the build up towards Christmas. Teams entering in Arena Clash around Christmas, more to play for in the build-up to Christmas. Win some points and prizes for Christmas time.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll be getting to these games soon. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll see how it goes. But either way, what a fantastic start to this first set it has been. 3-0, fantastic start. Some great football being played, end-to-end stuff. Hopefully we can see that going into the second match.
I think
who
that's
knows?
the thing.
I think we'll expect very very fast attacking football.
Yeah.
Which will be cool. So we're just getting into game now. They're literally now selecting their kits. Thank goodness, because I'm running out of things to talk about.
Well, no. What I was going to say is, it's the good thing about Arena Clash is these guys don't sit back. They don't defend heavily. It's not all this, a lot of the other tournaments you might see, a lot of the guys play very conservatively. It's all very much drop back and defend, and it's much more tactical based. Whereas this is just all about going for it and scoring and trying to outscore your opponent rather than trying to shut up shop and win 1-0, 2-0. It's like, I'm going to win 5-4. I'm going to, score a lot of goals.
Yeah, exactly. That's what viewers like to see at the end of the day. But personally, myself as a viewer and a player, I hate games where somebody scores 1 goal and they park the bus. I would rather, go play a different game at that point, to be honest, because it's wasting my time, it's wasting the other person's time. I'd rather just play end-to-end football. Sometimes sometimes the opponent's so much better than you, you don't get the chance to attack yourself. But I'd rather, be in that kind of situation, like fast attacking football.
Yeah, and that's what's good to see as well. There's these guys do go out on attacks. There's always a lot of chances. It's not like we ever have like a 1 shot on target game aside. It's very much 6 or 7 shots on target minimum per player. So we're seeing a lot of chances. These guys and girls also have a lot of good players now in their teams. Of Ultimate Team of the Season just finishing. Apparently, Weekly League Awards are still going to be Team of the Seasons next time.
That'll be interesting. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Because if it's going to be Ultimate Team of the Season up until the end of
it's going to be
you're going to get all duplicates.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of red, great players, isn't it?
Ooh, Ronaldinho straight off the bat.
We are going into the next game. Tony MT in the dark kit.
And obviously the other player
Slammer.
in the Brazil kit. There you go, and it's an early
save.
chance. What a save from Tony's keeper.
Slammer's
here we
keeper.
go.
Slammer's in Brazil.
keeper.
Slammer's in the
And
Brazil kit.
There we go. George, obviously asleep as always. But here we go. We're going to see Tony come forward. That's a good interception by Pogba. Got a bit lucky there.
And we've lost the share play, unfortunately. Again,
We
there's
love it. We love
absolute nightmare scenario tonight with the share play. Monster Cat has joined the chat and has jumped in with a follow, which is awesome. Thank you for following the Arena Clash.
Thank you all for the follows. To be fair, there's been quite a few follows tonight, so thank you all very much.
Come and follow me and George on Twitter as well. Look, this is me.
Dropping the
George
bombs
is over
already.
there somewhere. George is
quickly.
over there.
Before everybody leaves, quickly drop the bomb.
While we're in a little downtime, while we get the share play back up and running, check us out on here.
I mean, myself personally, I have just gotten back into streaming. So if you do want to check me out, it's literally George Ginsey on Twitter, Twitch, whatever you want.
You may as well put it in the chat. You can type away in chat if you want to. But
no, I will not do that one.
We are mods now. We are mods.
We are. So we can do all of the other power.
Keep an eye out.
I've just got back into it. I know you stream every day because you're a big partnered boy. But yeah, I've just personally got back into it. Had a little bit of a break because I didn't have a mic, but finally I've got my mic back.
You do. Shout out to T-Bone Capone for that one.
Yeah, definitely.
And
shout out.
How's everyone's weekend league going in chat? Has anyone started weekend league? Obviously, we're deep into Friday now. Weekend league's been open for about nearly 12 hours now, actually. Nicky Boy as well, dropping a follow. Good man, good man.
Thank you very much for the follow, mate, in England. But yeah, how is everyone getting on? I think I heard, I think I saw on Twitter an 8-0 from one of the Arena Clash players. I don't know. I think it was it was one of the players in the group. Maybe it was Jerome or somebody, but I think I saw an 8-0 already.
See if I can find out from Twitch chat. I don't know that anybody's actually said if they're posted their weekend leagues in that group. I don't think.
I could have sworn I saw an Arena Clash something, an Arena Clash, a weekend league something. But we're back into the game. Still 1-0. Wait, was it 1-0 before?
It was 1-0. No, we missed the goal. It was 0-0. So unfortunately, we missed the goal.
But Tony is 1-0 up now, and Slammer Jammer obviously 1 goal the deficit. I said Slammer Jammer.
Yeah,
it's actually just Slammer. It sounded right. It just sounded right. I felt like going for it, and it rolled off the tongue.
Looks like his PSN is just Slam Dog. So I mean, you go for whatever you want to go for.
I'm gonna give him the nickname. It's gonna be Slammer Jammer from now on.
Slammer Jammer.
But Tony is a very good player, and we can see that from some of the passes. He's just going to be offside there with the Memphis Depay.
Well, like I said, Tony sent me his weekend league results for last year after watching the stream back last time, because he said, "Oh, you guys were doing a lot of commentary. Obviously, I was on one of the games. You weren't sure what I was in terms of ranking. So here's my ranking." Obviously, wanted to prove us wrong, because I think we said he was probably like an elite player, and he showed us that he's actually probably more closer to a top 100 player.
Well, I mean, he showed us his last year's result. There are a lot of players that were top 100 last year that aren't top 100 players this year. I'm not calling you out, Tony. I'm sure you're a better FIFA player than me, mate. But all I'm saying is, you've got like Gorilla, who got top 100 last year, and this year he's kind of dropped off because he hated the game. It's a completely different game this year, in my opinion. Yeah. So I feel like we was on the mark with saying Elite 1, personally. But obviously top 100 last year, so I'll give you that one.
A big shout out as well to Dom, who's trying to keep these games on. He's in charge of getting all the share play and that. So good on you, Dom. Thanks, man.
We believe in you, Dom. We believe in you.
It's a lot of back and forth at the moment. It's obviously having a bit of a nightmare with the share play, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
My favourite emote to use right now would be the give energy emote, the little blob where it's like that. It just gives you the energy. There you go, Dom. Take my energy. So, big shout out to Dom, obviously, and as well the main producer, Martin, in our ears.
Yeah, he does okay. He does all right.
He's a nice guy. he does a great job.
Yeah.
Keeping us entertained as well as you guys entertained.
There's a lot behind the scenes that goes on. Not just me and George sitting here casting the games as well.
Yeah.
So that's it.
There's a lot more going on
in my bedroom.
Huh?
I'm not in a bedroom. Well, I am in a bedroom.
You're in your office, Mr.
My workspace.
Mr. Professional Streamer. I get my own office and my own fancy chair because I'm sponsored, and my own fancy computer because I'm sponsored.
I paid for my own computer. Thank you very much.
All right, sir. All right. But here we go. Tony's going to come forward. Is he going to get a second goal? You know, I would have expected him to be about like 2-0 up right now. You know, expected him to be further ahead, had a bit more dominance on the game already. But you know, Slammer Jammer playing pretty well. He's definitely doing a great job so far.
Tony did score 15 goals over his first 2 legs, so I'm sure there's probably more goals in this for him. It's difficult because Slammer, his goalkeeper's keeping him in. He did slide tackle there. Could be in trouble here for a red card as well if he's unlucky. No, all the while.
Which way is he going?
It's very difficult to see, and Tony's the sort of man that will change direction.
Right, middle. Oh, he saved it.
Slam Dog holds his nerve, stays down the middle, and keeps it at just 1-0.
Wow, fantastic. Fantastic.
Can Slam Dog produce a counter-attack from the penalty? He saved the penalty.
We believe in you. It's going to be hard, you know, being the underdog. It's always hard to be the underdog.
Well,
you know, Tony.
I mean, the thing is, that's not even any disrespect to say you're like an underdog. I mean, this Tony, Tony's like Elite 1, top 100. Well, that's it, you know. Top 100 / Elite 1. It's, you know, most people are going to be an underdog. Like a good 99% of players are an underdog here. So
definitely. You know, it's to be honest, when I say an underdog, I mean that with the utmost respect because I support the underdogs. That is so close to being a goal. That was honestly very close, just offside. And you know, I know I'm supposed to be not biased because I am a caster, but you know, underdogs. Everyone loves an underdog story. Everyone supports the underdog usually, unless you support the main team. So, it hits the post and then it's gone.
Offside.
And offside.
Bananaed it and boomeranged it past the goal. And we're probably going to come up to half time here. It's only 1-0. Although Tony seems to be in the ascendancy here. Slammer's got to be quite happy at going in just 1-0 down. Look at the chances, though. 9 shots on target to 1, 56% possession. It's not going to be easy for Slam Dog.
Definitely not at all. You know, he's done well, though, to have a chance and to have an almost goal if it wasn't for that offside. You know, 12 shots, 9 on target. You know, you've got to expect that Tony's going to take one of those shots eventually.
More chances, yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Slammer Jammer doing well so far.
We'll see how Slammer Jammer reflects on your nickname giving here.
You know, I don't think he's going to mind. It could be a lot worse at the end of the day.
It could be.
But Tony coming forward. Oh, he nabs the ball back. That's not going to be an offside.
There's a lot of players forward.
And here we go. Depay's got the ball. Depay's still got the ball. He's still got the ball. And he's still okay. Depay doesn't have the ball anymore. Depay's now got the ball, giving it to Jovic. There you go. That's
chance for
how
Slammer to relieve a little bit of pressure now and get a bit of possession, because there's one thing that Tony's very good at is just keeping the ball, passing it around. These guys, you know, the top players just pass it around. You know, they keep possession. They don't need to rush it.
Definitely. The thing, I'm actually really surprised Tony is not more than 1-0 up right now. In the previous game, I think he was 9-0 up by this point. So, you know,
he's missed it. Was he onside as well?
He has missed it, and he was onside.
Wow,
you know,
Pogba.
Maybe a little bit less power, and that would have went in. But wow, what a chance for Slammer to, you know, get a goal back again.
I'm just looking at these names down the bottom of the screen here on the lineups, and you know, Slam Dog's team, he's got players like, I think he's just got Socrates in defence, the Arsenal centre-back in defence.
Wow, really?
Even if that's a special Socrates, I think it's only about an 85, maybe an 86.
He's an 86 rated card. But if you had, I think he had a European card, didn't he? He had a European card of some sort, I think.
I know he had a 1 to watch at the start of the year. I think he got 1 in form, which took him to an 86. He may well, I'll tell you what, I'll have a little look online, but I'm sure he didn't have. Well, he may be.
Here you go. Slammer Jammer's got the ball in a great position. Oh, that's so close and very unlucky there, not to get a better chance on goal with Ronaldinho.
Socrates has 2 86s, is 1 to watch, and is Europa team of the group stage. So yeah, 2 cards, both 86. But even then, to have an 86 centre back against someone like Tony is asking for trouble.
I think he's got just a normal rare goal. What a finish. In off the inside of the post.
Yikes, is that Bernardo Silva?
That's Bernardo Silva. What a fantastic strike.
Good
you know,
God.
nothing.
Left-footed as well.
Nothing that goalkeeper could have done about that. Just off the inside of the post.
Any scores from around the ground so far?
I will do it once the game is over.
Okay, we'll do it in between games.
Yeah,
Good idea. Good idea.
Good idea. Well, it's just because I think there was a few delays with some of the starts of the game. Oh my lord! What a chance! Some fantastic combination of the skills there, and a great save from De Gea. And now for the corner near post, Jovic.
I think that De Gea is definitely keeping Slammer in the game at the moment.
You think?
I know. You know. I know so.
There you go. You heard it here first, folks. De Gea, pick him up, buy him. He will keep you in Arena Clash games. I
think the thing with De Gea is he's one of the better keepers because he actually has high reactions, which a lot of the goalkeepers seem to have low reactions, which is very strange. I remember the end of era Petr Cech card was great.
Ooh,
here's a chance now.
Tackle.
Oh,
again.
Richarlison.
Yeah, again, not a great. I think that might just be normal Richarlison, or even if it is, it's 86 rated again.
86 one to watch maybe is the best card available.
I think if you get his ones to watch, you can get him a striker, but still, you know, the team differences is so huge. And to be honest, Slammer doesn't look like a bad player at all. But you know, he's had a few chances, and give or take, next time he might take him. You know, like maybe next time. If he had a better striker, maybe, you know. But then again, these are all if, buts, and maybes. Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's the thing with football, whether it's in real life or in FIFA. You know, there's a lot of stuff that, you know, it's ifs and buts. You know, if I had scored that, but if, you know, it's all ifs and buts, isn't it? Football and FIFA. There's a great bit of defence from Kante there in his own 6-yard box, but Slammer losing the ball up the pitch.
Living on the dangerous side of life there, trying to do that.
You've got to be careful against the player.
Higo whipped into the box, cleared away this time, but one back. Silva's got the ball here, and he strikes and just wide.
Tony's pressure is just right up the pitch. He's not giving Slammer a moment's rest. Even when Slammer gets the ball in defence, Tony's team is on him, like just there all the time.
Yeah, relentless pressure. It's definitely very interesting to see. But Depay still got the ball. Fantastic bit of skill here, and he's still going with the skills. He's going to go for it. Oh my
he's finished
God.
It off as well.
What a goal. Nothing.
3-0.
Nothing Slammer Jammer could do there. It was fantastic bit of skill. From Flashback Memphis to Depay.
Lovely drag back there.
Yeah, really, really nice bit of skill.
You know, I think the thing is, obviously, Slammer's probably feeling a little bit disheartened at 3-0 down, but you've got to remember, Tony, again, is probably one of the best players in Arena Clash right now this season. You know, a top 100/Elite 1 player, there's no harm in losing to a guy that wins 27 games out of 30 in Weekend League.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely one of the best players. He's very much up there from what we've seen so far. Knows how to chain his skill moves together. Obviously, that's one of the highest skill cap things in Ultimate Team.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes for him in the rest of the game.
I think he's pushing players forward now, Slammer, as well. And he's going to start paying for it if he's not careful. He obviously has to try and get back in the game, but it's difficult to leave yourself open against someone like Tony as well.
I think Slammer knows he's getting outclassed a little bit. He knows he's definitely the underdog, like the player with the lower skill rating in this position. So I think he's just saying, like, you know, I'm not going to get a goal by playing defensively.
Well, the thing is, he's actually playing quite well defensively, considering, I know it's 3-0, but against a guy like Tony, to only lose 3-0 is probably not a bad result, really, in hindsight.
Yeah, but you can see that these players are so tired. But that's it's a bit rough, isn't it, for Slammer Jammer? Oh, that's a weird tackle. Went through the back. Needs to be careful there. But yeah, for Slammer, you know, it's difficult for him because he's had some great chances and he's just missed a few of them.
Yeah, I mean, he probably had a good shot. He had a good shot with Richarlison that time. I think he had that really, really critical chance with Pogba that he had to score.
But there you go.
It's 3-0 going into the next leg. And actually, you know, considering Tony scored 15 goals in the last game, for Slammer to keep him at just 3-0 in the first leg is very good. And for me, if I was Slammer, I kind of just not necessarily accept the fact that I'm going to lose. Because if I was ever to play against an Elite 1 or top 100 player, straight away I'm in big trouble. It's going to be tough. So I would just look at trying to work on my defence here. I wouldn't worry necessarily about going out and trying to win the game. Obviously, he would love to turn it around.
Yeah.
But for me, I mean, we don't know what Slammer's weekend league finishes are. It turns out if he's like an Elite One player as well, he can improve. But if he's not, then he's got to be quite happy with only losing 3-0. If I was playing against a player that's on the verge of top 100, I'd be quite happy to only lose 3-0. And it's something where you can definitely work on your defence. Whether it's you stick at a 4-2-3-1. I know that Slammer was pushing his players forward at the end there, leaving a few more gaps because he was chasing the game. But it's one of those where I would just try and work on practicing my defence now. You're going to be up against it anyway, so just focus on improving an area that is going to be exploited quite a lot.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. You got to look to future games as well, not just this one. So yeah, definitely got to improve on those ones. But we are going to have a look at the scores around the grounds now.
Let's do it, Jeff.
So I'll tell you the results from the first game. The second games have kicked off for some of the matches. So we'll get into it anyway. But Made in England is currently winning 6-1 in his first game versus Nebo. Obviously, Slammer losing 3-0 to Tony MT in the first game. And NH versus Mr. Nilo. What is your prediction for this game, Matt? Because this is,
I think that'd be quite tight. Guys. But knowing that NHMN is she's a very strong player, Mariam. I reckon it's going to be maybe 2-0, something like that.
2-0? 3-3, actually.
3-3. Goals galore then in that one.
Goals galore.
But the issue is, Made in England and Tony MT are both winning. So that would take the Spartans to 5 wins, which is the magic number that would mean they get the win overall. So that would mean we don't even see the third set of games, unfortunately, because they won't need to be played. But there's still a chance. Mr. Nilio's very much in it against Marion, against NHMN. Slammer's not out of it,
Definitely. I mean, Slammer isn't out. Well, it's difficult to say. It's 3-0. He isn't out of it. But, if Tony plays the same way as he did before, he will be out of it.
Like I said, the issue is that we know who his opponent is. That's the problem. If it was anybody else, you'd go 3-0. Okay, there's still a chance. But when we know it's Tony MT, it's difficult because he's a good player.
The thing is, you've got to think about it and be like, right, so Made in England, 6-1. Okay, it's going to be very hard for him to come back in that game.
Yeah.
Tony MT, all right, maybe. But then you think about the Mr. Nilo versus NH game.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter which way it goes. It could go to Mr. Nilo, but at the end of the day, if the result doesn't change in the Tony game.
Yeah, it's not looking great at the moment for the Spartan. For the Pirates, is it? But however, there is still 2 more sets of matches for them to play. Even if they do lose today's fixture, it's not looking ideal. Slamdog does have kickoff though, so can he get an early goal and get back in it? It is 3-0. He needs to make his first attack count to really give himself a chance.
There you go. He's definitely got a good first attack, and it was a great bit.
Vieira straight in there. Solid midfielder.
Fantastic midfielder.
I think Tony might be playing Vieira at centre-back,
Not a great foul. And Tony kicks the ball away. He's going to take the foul and the yellow card onto Toby Alderweireld. That's actually his UCL card. 88 rated with an Anchor Chem style.
So that's quite interesting to see. Because
that's a weird stadium.
Obviously, we know that Slammer is up against Tony. But just looking at the team, it's crazy. How the team, maybe he hasn't been playing on PlayStation all season, or maybe he doesn't play FIFA as much. The team difference...
Huge.
And the opponent that he's playing against is
astronomical.
Golf's class. And for it only to be 3-0 after the first leg. Actually, do you know what? Hats off to Slammer. He's obviously using a team that's way worse on paper, and he's against a great player. So actually, hats off to Slammer. He's playing very well.
I would agree.
Slammer's looking very good.
He's to be honest, like 3-0 against a player of this quality with a team like the team differential. It's difficult. Hats off to him definitely as the underdog. I'm definitely I'm rooting for him. To be honest, you've got to support the underdogs. You've got to support the. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Get like. Yes.
Do you want me to take over now? That'd be a good idea.
No, it's fine.
One thing that's good to see though is last season. The difference from last season to now. These 2 teams are bottom of their group at the moment, and the quality we're seeing is still very, very high. So to see how far we've come from last season to this season is crazy. And just to think, when FIFA 20 comes out, hopefully we'll get another season of Arena Clash, and we can get more teams involved because it'll be, a brand new FIFA. It'll be really hyped. Everyone will be wanting to get involved, and it could be a very interesting season if we see that. And would we get even more top players? As Tony surely now all but secures the win with that flashback Mahrez. I still find this a very strange flashback for EA to have released Mahrez.
I do as well. I really do.
It's not like he's old. It's not like he's a washed-up player.
Yeah,
I know he sits on the bench a bit in the City, but it's such a strange player to get a flashback.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at everybody else who've had flashbacks of this year. What was it like? Rooney, Sturridge.
Think about Memphis. There's another fantastic
Depay as well, a little bit. But, like Torres, Iniesta, these are all players that have, their careers are coming to an end. Casillas, they're all players that their careers are almost over. And it's sort of flashbacks on their career. Whereas Mahrez is still, in his 20s?
I mean, it's flashback team of the seasons. So they're going back to his team of the season from that BPL season.
I still just find flashbacks to be a very strange term when all the other flashbacks have been like, Ibra, Rooney, players that have, not have finished their career, but they're coming to the last season or two of their careers. It's flashing back to the glory days.
I think they need to kind of get a hold of what they mean between flashback end of an era and flashback. I think that's the difference right there. But
I'm looking to showboat a little bit here now, throwing some skill moves out. I think you can see their slammer as well was throwing in a few slide tackles. Maybe slightly lost the plot of it here, but going tackles. Pogba will pick up a yellow. I think that's Alderweireld and Pogba both booked. Just an 88 Pogba as well. So it just shows you it shows you the difference in teams, though. That if Slammer had a really, really strong team, with these prime icons, team of the seasons, flashbacks, would Slammer be a bit more competitive against someone like Tony in this game? I think yes. I
thought I was going in. I was about to say what's a goal, but what a chance that was. Great bit of skill.
Tony.
I don't know. Tony's such a good, he's obviously a very good player. I don't know if he's trying 100%. He might be, I'm not going to say, it's not for me to say whether somebody's trying 100% or not. But yeah, right now, I feel like maybe if he had a better team, he could have a few more chances. But
I think, for example, that shot he had with Pogba in the first leg that Slammer had, when he was about 10 yards out and he went for the first time. If that was maybe I don't know, there's not really a better version of Pogba necessarily. I think he's maybe got the headliner as his best. Is it as a 90 rated maybe? But, if you had a better player in that position, or you had a better striker than Richarlison in that chance, there's, a higher percentage that he'll score the goal, higher percentage that he'd be in the game. And, again, it's difficult because he's got players like Kolasinac at left back. I'm pretty certain Kolasinac doesn't even have a special card.
No Europa League. He has a Europa League.
He's got an 85 Europa team of the tournament.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But even so, if you're looking at an 85,
that's a good card. I personally think it's a good card. Not in terms of team of the season.
77 pace though.
Yeah, all right. See, I think it's a fun card. There's a difference between a good card and a fun card, I guess.
Yeah.
But fantastic skills from Tony. But
I remember last year, talking on Kolasinac still, he had a foot birthday centre-back. And that was good because Kolasinac doesn't possess a lot of pace. But, this team of the tournament Europa League card I'm looking at has 95 strength, 98 aggression. So as a centre-back, that's some of the best stats you can get, really.
Yeah.
His interceptions aren't great at 79, but he's got good standing and slide tackle. But again, it's just that pace. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens in FIFA 20. Pace is supposedly coming back, so it'll be interesting to see.
When I watched that EA stream, what I took from that is they're trying to make pace even worse.
See, now what I gathered from it is they were trying to get back to pace being a fast player will outpace a slow player. Because this year, let's be honest, you can get players like Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo, all players with 90-plus pace, for example, get outpaced by Socrates. He's got 60 pace, or they get outpaced by Bonucci, Chiellini, whatever. Whereas fast players don't feel as fast this year.
I agree. I mean, what he said was you want your centre backs to catch up to. You don't want your centre-backs to just be completely outrun by strikers that have got pace.
But at the
same time, You know, when you have Mbappe sprinting against Van Dijk,
Yeah.
it's like, all right, Van Dijk is very quick and he doesn't get beaten very often.
But Mbappe is something else.
But Mbappe is very, very, very fast. You know.
I mean, the thing for me.
Chance! What a finish!
The thing for me was when I saw that Mbappe was as fast as he was when it was in the World Cup, and I can't remember who it was against. It may have been Argentina, and I think he just crossed the halfway line with the ball. And he was gone. I think someone ended up bringing him down for a penalty. But, I mean, I've not seen a player run that fast in a long time.
Yeah, he's really quick. I mean, we saw him. It was, oh, my God.
It's a lovely dummy there. He sold him.
If he scores here, that'd be hilarious. But, yeah, I think we saw Mbappe versus Van Dijk in a Netherlands versus France game.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was... I'm pretty sure it's Van Dijk that didn't get beaten by Mbappe. So
the benefit of Van Dijk is obviously he's about 6'5", so he's got about an extra 6 or 7 inches of stride in him when he's running against someone like that, because he's so tall. Obviously his steps are going to be that much further, but if he's a bit slower but he takes a bigger step, it's going to even out, I suppose. I think that's why players like Vieira and like Hullet and Van Dijk are quite quick in game, because they're so tall as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's not just that he's tall; he is actually very quite quick as well. He's got such big, long legs. That he's just a god, isn't he? Let's be honest. So I feel like he is probably going to be one of the better centre backs of all time.
Oh, what a save again there!
Personally, I know. Obviously, people look at all the stats as Nemanja Vidic, in his prime, way better than Van Dijk right now.
Yeah. People
are overhyping him. The game's completely different to what it was then. Is the only problem. Like, people say the Premier League is a very physical. That's just fantastic skills. Oh my lord!
Nothing to block say.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, fantastic skills, but wow. And the ball's been given away so cheaply there. Goes to the rainbow, he's done it. Great save. But yeah, back onto the topic of football. The thing is, it's just not the same. The Premier League is the most physical league in the world, in my opinion. Another chance for Tony MT. He's just showboating now with these skills.
Yeah, he's a little bit, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, the game isn't the same anymore. Nemanja Vidic and Van Dijk aren't really comparable, in my opinion. I know they're both centre backs, but
it's two different eras of football. They played what? I mean, I know when everyone compares that season that Vidic was incredible to Van Dijk. I mean, the stats show that Vidic was better in pretty much every single stat, I think. But it's difficult to compare, from football years ago. Look at someone like Pele, for example. When Pele played football, his goal scoring record was absolutely phenomenal. But he was playing in the Brazilian league, So it's difficult to compare that to now, say, like Ronaldo and Messi, who have been scoring goals for fun in the last few seasons.
Yeah, it's like somebody like Ian Rush or Kenny Dalglish. You think to yourself, well, what would actually happen to those players if they played today? You look back at the football games then, it was. Don't get me wrong, they were professional footballers, but it was just different. It was like I think
there's a lot more athleticism now, because there's a lot more emphasis on that, and the way that technology's leapt on. Even take, for example, just even the football, how far a football has transformed from years ago when it was just a leather football, whatever. Yeah. Now you've got them, in the where you can hit them in a sweet spot to get more curve and bend on them. You had was it the World Cup that year? They had the Jabulani ball, and it was. I know everybody hated that ball because people could shoot. And that was the ball was it was do you remember when you used to kick one of those inflatable balls at the beach? Yeah. And, the little red ones with the hexagons, and they'd go all over the shop, and you'd have 99 curve with your school shoes on.
The favourite one were the ones literally just made out of air. They were literally air, and you kicked them and it just goes
and it just
goes. Oh, it was beautiful. Beautiful. You used to go in your back garden, pretend you was like Steven Gerrard Lampard, I don't know who your favourite person is, Ronaldinho, and you just go out there, smack it, like, Gerrard!
I mean, you had another chance on the volley. That was a well-timed Gerrard there. If he'd scored that, would have gone quite well there.
Would have been, but it wasn't Steven Gerrard, but, it would have been.
But, it's one of those ones where you do that, you get those players, where you shoot and you shout that name, don't you, where you go for a long shot, whatever.
Yeah, I've actually got, fond memories, being in high school, playing with the football. We used to sit on the school field, and we used to be like, right, who are you going to be? Oh, I'm going to be Steve Gerrard.
You play Wembley, 1v1, and it was 2 goals, and you through to the next round, and you'd all pick a player, whatever.
Exactly. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Back in the
Maybe
day.
we'll get one going at Insomnia. We should go find a pitch for the finals. Get those the Arena Clash
That's what
guys.
we need to do. We need to bring like a goal and net and have it out front on the grass or something.
Get a live feed of us actually playing football.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. That would be.
But 15 minutes to go. It is a repeat score at the moment. Tony 3-0 up in the second leg, so he's 6-0 up overall. So this will put it 4-0 as far as we're aware. Obviously, Made in England was 6-1 up, so that could be all over. But again, to be fair to Slam Dog, he's played well in this game. Again, he's defended well.
Definitely.
3-0, 3-0, it is a repeat scoreline at the moment. But he's still having chances. He might get a good free kick opportunity here. He's
almost got it out there. Almost got it out wide for the overlap.
Yeah.
That was quite unlucky.
I think you can see he's committing his left and right backs forward. There's a lot of space is starting to appear. He's just going for it.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to go for it, really, haven't you? Like,
I tell you what.
I mean, you're 6-0 down, but still, like, mad respect to Slammer Jammer. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic game. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's just it's hard. It's hard when you come up against players like this. That's going to be a foul committed there. It's going to be a free kick.
It's in a good position as well here.
It is. It's not in a bad position to whip it in. Steven Gerrard is probably his favourite position to whip it in from. Here.
It's an awkward position. It's an awkward distance. That's the problem.
Yeah, it is. And if you can get it right on there, if you can get it right on that penalty spot, I tell you,
it's too far for the keeper to come out, isn't it? If you do that.
Exactly. Unless the keeper takes a few steps forward, but then got to be aware of the shot, stuff like that.
I feel like Slam Dog deserves a goal though. Over the 2 legs, he has played well, especially in the first one. Although he lost 3-0, but
here you go. This could be the chance.
Trying to bundle through, but that strength of Van Dijk, and I'm not sure who else his other defender is actually.
You've got to give it to Tony MT though. To be honest, he has played fantastically. What a crunching challenge! He's played fantastically. To be honest, great play. It's obvious that he's very good at the game. He's got a very nice team. Here you go, Lukaku. Can he do it?
Corner. I thought he sliced that wide. To be honest, I was just going to say, well, there you go. But
near post.
Chance for the corner. There's a bit of goalkeeper movement.
Hit it out of my round. That'd have been nice, wouldn't it? That would have been quite spicy.
Would have been quite spicy.
That would have been nice. That would have just a 30-yard screamer from your centre back. Cool. Even if you don't win the game, that'd still put a smile on your face.
Goal of the week, yeah. So
He's still got time. He's still got time. Oh yeah. What do you think for goal of the week so far?
It's got to be that Ericsson, isn't it? Flick up and volley from
that was beautiful, wasn't it? That was a nice goal.
Flicked it up perfectly, and then Green timed it. Again, more skill involved, wasn't it? So.
That was a beautiful goal, yeah. I really like that. But, match is coming to an end and it is going to be full time there. And Tony MT going to be taking this point for the Spartans. What a fantastic game. Absolute domination. Not domination, to be honest. He's had a few chances, Slammer Jammer, but, it is hard, but it is what it is.
Tony was definitely the deserved victor there over the course of 2 legs. But credit to Slammer, 3-0, 3-0 shows consistency, and especially against a guy as good as Tony, to have 3-0, 3-0. It's a consistent score. It's not like he got beaten in one game badly. He had chances in both games to score. Unfortunately, didn't take him. It just wasn't quite Slammer's day. But I think we had to say, Tony was probably the deserved winner over the course of 2 legs.
100%. Really well played by Tony, showing everybody that he is definitely a force to be reckoned with in this tournament. Yeah. He's also got a great team around him, from what we can see. I am really interested to see what this Spartans team have to provide for the rest of this tournament.
Well, I think you've got to see, we know that Tony's a great player, but with Made in England and NHMN as well, both of them are very good players. Made in England was making a statement in his first game against Mr. Nelio, went out strong, just about held on, and then, towards the end did run away with it in the last 5 minutes of the second leg, scored 2 goals to put himself clear. Mariam as well, showing that she's a very good player as well. She, won the first game. It was golden goal against Slammer. And again, there we saw that Slammer's a good player. So we know that Mariam's got to be a good player as well to have beaten Slammer.
Definitely, exactly, and I agree with that 100%. It'll be interesting to see what we like. It's going to be interesting to see who will come out of this group on top and what team will be knocked out. Because to be honest, in this group 1, they've got some really good teams in there. I'm not going to lie; they've got some really decent teams. It's going to be hard.
Claymores in that, you've got the Claymores, who we're tipping on paper to probably be the winners, just judged off the rosters.
I mean,
the Spartans are a very strong team. The Saints were the runners-up of last year. The Pirates here, you can see, although it's been a tough matchup against the Spartans, the Pirates still have a decent roster.
Exactly.
Neo Slammer playing well. We haven't seen Nebo, unfortunately, yet. Obviously, it's difficult to judge off of a game against Tony. Obviously, that scoreline was a bit skewed, and even against Made in England as well, it's tough because those guys we know are very good players.
Yeah, they are very, very good players indeed. I am really genuinely interested to see how the Pirates get on in the rest of their tournament kind of thing. So yeah, I'm very curious now. Two games played for most of the teams now. Yeah. I am very, very curious to see how it goes.
I mean, the Saints obviously they were, I think, playing the Claymores tonight, so that's going to be a tough one for them. And I do believe, from what I saw in the Twitter group anyway, I think the Saints were missing a player, so they may have been 3-0 down from the start, which would have been tough. But again, we know that Halsey and Jerome are great players. It's just the Claymores have such a good roster as well, so it's going to be tough for them to turn that around. But they've only played one game, so everybody else will have played two. So the Saints do have a game in hand. Depending on the scores from tonight, if the Pirates end up losing, they'll be 0 for 2, which is a shame. But it puts them in a bit of an awkward position.
So listen to this for a group, okay? Claymores, Invincible, Saints, Pirates, Spartans. Yeah. That is a very competitive group, in my opinion. That is a very competitive. Personally, what I feel is going to be the two teams fighting for the fighting for not to be fifth place is going to be probably Invincibles or the Pirates. Personally,
it's tough because we didn't see the Invincibles yet, did we? But we are going to check in on the scores from the other games. So the Spartans and the Pirates. And although Mr. Neelio turned it around against Mariam. It's unfortunately not going to be enough, as Made in England wins 11-2, Tony winning 6-0 there, but Mr. Neelio winning 9-7, so goals galore in that game. Absolutely unbelievable. So that does mean that the Spartans can't be beaten. They will win 5-1 overall on this one. So we will not be going into the final games, as that is a confirmed result now at 5-1.
In whatever the word is that you always use.
Insurpassable, insurmountable.
Any more?
Unovercomable. That's not
unovercomable. That is a word. That is a new word. There we go. But yeah, I mean, fantastic.
Unassailable. That's the one you were thinking.
That is the one I'm thinking of. Fantastic work by the Spartans. Not the Spartans. By the Spartans. To win that one. Unlucky. Commiserations for the Pirates. It is now getting much harder for them to get into the qualification zone. I think this is their second loss now.
Still possible though, because with 2 games to go, if they win their next 2, there's still teams that haven't won yet. Obviously, the Saints have only played 1, but they've lost 1, so it's not great. But yeah, unfortunately,
I think some hard practice hours are going to need to come by Nilo and Nebo. Slammer looked pretty good though. I feel like Slammer can maybe put in a few less hours, maybe just try and upgrade the team a little bit.
Well, that's the thing. Like we said, with Slammer, the team difference was quite a lot compared to someone like Tony as well. It's crazy, but it's tough. If you've got a good team, you could compete more with Tony. But if Slammer can improve the team up until the next week or 2, there's still plenty of time to go, and they could make a comeback with Pirates.
Indeed, but I'm afraid as the other teams that were supposed to be in the second game do not have enough players, we do not have a second game to show tonight, so that will be all we have time for today. Make sure to check out belong.gg for your local arena. We have other games nights on Mondays. We have Mortal Kombat. On Tuesday, we have Rocket League. On Wednesday, we have Overwatch. On Thursday, we have League of Legends. And on Friday, what do we have, Matty boy? What do we have on Fridays?
FIFA, this one.
Oh, yeah, FIFA, that one, yeah.
Yes.
But make sure to check myself out on all the social medias, as you know, down here somewhere. And this guy over here as well. Make sure to check him out. Yeah, he's got the things just down over there. I can't do it. This wait down there over there that way. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Good job.
Yes.
Good job. But yeah, hopefully you've all enjoyed it. Matt, I'll let you say your little closing out bits.
No, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Spartans moving to 2 wins out of 2. The Pirates 0 for 2. So the Pirates are going to need to have a big week next week if they want to, have a real good chance of remaining in the competition. They may also have a week off next week. I'm not sure, depending on how the fixtures have fallen. But yes, we will catch you guys next Friday. Enjoy your weekends, and hopefully, we'll see you either during the week in one of our streams, or maybe we'll see you during the next stream next Friday.
Indeed. Make sure to wear sunscreen, guys. It's going to be very hot tomorrow.
Very
Remember,
hot there.
29 degrees.
Not just entertaining, but we're very health and safety conscious.
Exactly. Very health and safety conscious.
Anyway,
Ginger public service announcement.
I've been Matt Hayho.
And I've been George Sheensey.
And we will see you guys next Friday. Goodbye. Are we going to have a dab? Or no? We're not going to have a dab. We'll play you out. Play you out with a song. Anyway, here's our version of Wonderwall. See you next week, everybody.
Bye, guys.